Hey, this is Chris UX. I'm a UX designer out of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm also the owner of the Aspire Agency. We are a UX consulting agency to help businesses and startups solve their pain points through creative solutions through mostly UX research and design. Uh, this morning, we'll do some UX portfolio reviews for some upcoming designers. It's something I'm very passionate about because just a few years ago, I was just trying to get into the UX industry myself. And, thanks to some people also helping me out of going over my portfolio and give me good feedback to help me where I'm at, to get to where I'm at today. I want to do the same for others. Um, so this is something I want to do on a consistent basis. So if you like to have your portfolio reviewed, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn under Chris UX. Just connect with me, let me know. Leave your portfolio link, and I'll try to get to you. Um, just a heads up before we get started. Just to let you know that everything I'm showing is just my opinion. It's not like a thing of right or wrong. Uh, so just take my insight with a grain of salt. If it's good for you, make the change. If not, it's cool too. Like it's no biggie. Just my personal opinion. Um, but hopefully you find these reviews helpful into helping you land a UX position. So I'm gonna try to do a couple of reviews this morning. Uh, we're gonna start off with Kirsten here. Start with her portfolio review. All right, so first page. Is this the first page? The first thing that pops up? Yeah, refresh. No, my bad. There we go. That's the first page. Sorry, Kirsten. Okay, all right. Product designer based in Atlanta, Georgia. Nice bold text right there in the front. Okay, I like this. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this. This is very cleanly laid out. Feature projects. I like the fact that you have listed here what you've done with each project right here before you even get into it. Product design, user research, product design system. Okay. Mobile app front end. Okay. And then you have additional projects here. Learning resources. Now, why is this here? Okay. Mm. Okay, so this is about a lecture. I'm assuming you done here. Okay, cool. We go back. All right, so let's start from here. Shared recordings redesign. Backed by user interviews, I redesigned a complex user interface component to address the primary user pain point, streamlining the recording sharing process. All right, get your team, get your role, which is good. I like this. The tools that you use, great. And the duration, good. Screenshot here, nice and clean shot here. I love it. Okay, and this going through here, I like the way you have it organized here on the sides. It's very clear it's very clear here to understand. Sales Loft, the top sales engagement platform, assists businesses in cultivating meaningful customer relationships through an array of sales tools that streamline workflows and automate processes. For this project, I collaborate with a senior product designer for the Conversations Pod to redesign the shared recording modal. Our goal is to streamline the complex sharing process. After numerous iterations, user feedback, and comprehensive design explorations, we created a version that we feel, based on management and user feedback, solved the user's biggest pain point, which is to have the ability to quickly share a recording link. Okay. Highlight. So conduct in-depth user interviews, the feedback from which fuel our design iterations and enable us to tailor our solution to user needs. I like that. So you saying right off the bat that you're designing based off the research. With over 15 different modal layouts are crafted, our rigorous design exploration highlighted a commitment to the iterative process. The final design strikes a balance between user and business needs, underscoring our understanding the importance of catering to both. Okay. I thought it was interesting you had this here jump to reflection. So I think that's a cool thing here. They want to get straight uh, to the bottom here. They can, but we're not. Keep going down. But I thought that was neat. I don't see that often. In the share recording projects and conversations, I teamed up with a senior product designer to overhaul this, the existing share recording model. Users found it burdensome to share recordings, altering banning the task due to the complexity and multiple steps. Okay. So you're aiming to simplify and enhance the sharing process. We engage our team and gather insights through user interviews, feedback from design management, and uh, liaise with product manager for alignment. Okay, so you're saying what you did here, and that's good. But when I go down, the first thing I see is a screenshot of your design. But you already made it clear from the top that your design is based off your research, from your user feedback. But I don't see it here. To me, that should be the very next thing I should be seeing. Embarking on a comprehensive design journey, I crafted over 20 modal layouts. Initially drawn from an existing model, my designs evolved as we address user pain points, refine visuals, and optimize the layout. Yeah, so you totally skipped your user interviews that you said you did. I would have that in here. And so when I say, and of course, I don't expect you to have like every question and all your responses here within your user interviews. This shows some highlights, out of all the questions you asked, like choose maybe 3, 4 of them that were like that the insights popped out to you the most. I'll highlight those and some of the responses that you got, because then it shows that you did it. Because right from here, it seems like okay, that's the you define the problem, which is trying to share links easily, and then you share recordings easily, and then you say you went to user interviews and feedback from design management, but you don't show any of that. You went straight to showing off your design. I think you should be putting your user interviews part here, but let's keep going down. Yeah. Okay, keep going down. Early iterations. And these clean screenshots, by the way. Design looks clean. I like the way it's designed, but I'm looking for what you did here. Because when you go on for the interviews, these people, they just trying to learn how you think. They want to see your thought process. Informed by user feedback and design management guidance, we introduced the branch share modal recording modal, allowing users to easily choose internal and external recording. This balanced design shaped by continual feedback and iteration. So are you doing user interviews, and then based off that you make a design, and then are you testing and then going back? Like, what do you mean by that? Because from here, because like when you go over these case studies, you should tell the story from beginning to end. From here, like, cause so far you tell me what the problem is. You jump straight to your design. You see designs here. What this right here? Insights. Uh, uses calls to send to clients internally to heavy. Is a heavy user of sending conversations. Okay, so of course this is hard to read, but okay, so you got some direct feedback here. So yes, first of all, I can't read that. I'll redesign this, and then if this comes from your interviews, I'll have some interview questions, and if these are some of the responses that you're getting, this should be moved up before you show any design or anything, in my opinion. Our redesign markedly improved the user experience, leading to fewer task abandonments and increase our user engagement. So here telling me that you did some usability test. You should have a usability report here. And with the usability test, you're asking questions, you're giving the user some tasks to complete, and you should be showing some data here, like what your success rates, what the failure rates, the timing of it, what tasks do you get them to do? Because you're not listing any of that here. So I can tell you're doing the work here, you're just not showing your work here. Feedback at the firm, the design's positive impact with users highlighting the enhanced use of quickly copying a recording link. This project refined my skills and design, decision making, user interviews, and understanding diverse project constraints. Moving forward, the shared recording model will undergo further user testing and feedback integration, followed by discussion and refinement with our engineering team, ultimately leading to incorporation to the sales law product. Sounds good, but this sound like your solution. I mean, this sounds like the conclusion right here. All right, so moving down. Shown here is the quick copy link button at the top right of this card, providing instant access to recording links without needing a modal. Cool. Looks clean. Clean designs. You didn't show any of your process, research process here. Yeah. Um, Testimonial. uh, to me, if you're showing the results from usability tests, you don't need a testimonial because your usability report is it's affirming your process. It affirms the work that you've done. To me, key takeaways: embracing cross functional insights, engaging with various teams, emphasize crucial role, diverse perspectives play in design. What teams do you collaborate with? Prioritizing user feedback. This project boosted my skills in listening valuable user insights for richer user-centered design. Didn't show that. Balancing user and business needs. This project underlined the crucial balance between user needs and business goals. How? Like for a business, was there a deadline? Was there a budget that you had to balance out to do your research, to get the feedback you needed to do your design? Like, these are questions that I would have because from what you've shown here in your case study, I didn't see that. All right, but great design. But this really show your process, show your research, show the interviews you've done, show the things that didn't go your way, because I'm not seeing it here. Okay, so we go back to the home page. We'll do one more case study, Kirsten. All right, design system components. Right, intern, tools used, duration, clean. Okay. Sales Loft, the top sales and engagement platform. It says businesses and cultivating meaningful customer relationships. Yeah, we read that. All right. All right, collaborating with the Sales Loft design system team, I created the cards and panels components, getting us closer to a completed design system. The detailed variants I developed for these components crucially expedited design workflows, providing designers with ready-to-use flexible design elements. This should be really good for you because, like, you have a variety of UX job openings you see there, but coming in and really highlighting that you know how to create design systems should help you stand out a little bit more. All right. Okay. And collaboration with design system team at SalesLoft, I took on development of the card and panel components, 2 items in our backlog. This effort not only moved us closer to completing our design system, but also streamlined our design process. Through this project, I learned how to create components with variants and Figma, a new and challenging skill. With lots of research and guidance from my team, I overcame this learning curve. Great. But why? Why are you designing cards and panels? What is the problem that you're solving? Great design, once again. The value of this project extends beyond team efficiency. It also enriches our user interface, enhancing both the usability and aesthetic appeal of our product. Looking ahead, these components are prepped and ready for presentation in our design and engineering reviews. Once approved, they're transitioning to the development the project. So, okay, all right. So to me, you didn't define the problem that you're solving, which is why you created this in the design system. And then once you did create the cars and panel components, did you test it? Did it really make the team more efficient? Where's the usability report here? And you may want to fix that. Video is unavailable. So I'm assuming you had it on YouTube, and if you don't want to, I don't know. I'm just assuming here that you have a video showing your work, but you may not want it be publicly shown. You can make sure you can upload your video and put it on as unlisted, so you can still embed it within your portfolio, so they can still watch it, even though it won't be like on the main feed on YouTube. Reflection. I thought about a few areas where I could have altered my approach to enhance the process. Tackling the learning curve with Figma components could have benefited from more upfront research, reducing the time spent on trial and error. Okay. Maintaining detailed reports of the learning and creation process could serve as a valuable guide, simplifying similar challenges to future projects. Good. Now, I understand, trust me, I understand because I work corporate right now where I may be giving an assignment and it probably requires a lot more research, but fighting with business, they have a deadline, they have a budget, and sometimes like, okay, well, we don't have time to do this research, or we don't have time to test this right now, but we really want this design. That happens. It like you go through a boot camp or through a U.S. course, they make it seem like you go through the same process every time, and that's not real world. So in this case here, um, from what I'm getting from your reflection, you said benefit from more upfront research. That should be mentioned at the top here, saying that you didn't have time to do the research, or this is what business wanted, this is what you wanted to do, and you couldn't do it. I'll have something in here like that, in my personal opinion, something to the extent, and yeah, I mean, because this case is not too wordy or anything, so yeah, mention that because from one because just reading the case study itself, yeah, you just did a graphic design project. You know what I mean? 'Cause, and a lot of people get UI design and graphic design mixed up. But when UI design, you're solving a problem here based off research here. And if for some reason you weren't able to do research, I would note that somewhere. Or oh no, I mean you did mention it here in the reflection, but I feel like you should mention it up top somewhere towards the top too, in my opinion. But we can go over your bio real quick. Cool picture. Kirsten, product designer based in vibrant Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, you local. That's what's up. With a degree in interior design, my journey initially led me to craft physical spaces. When I attained my computer science degree, I discovered a career where I can weave those skills into digital spaces. So with you, my passion for design is a collaboration with users. Their stories, challenges, and moments of joy enable me to design solutions that aren't just functional, but genuinely impactful, delightful, and visually captivating. I like it. Short, sweet, to the point. Show the personality with the picture here. You got a link to your LinkedIn, your resume, your email. Good job. Overall, I like your portfolio. Show your work. Show your research. Everything else is well designed. It's easy to read, easy to go through. That's the only thing I would suggest. Just go back through and just really showing step by step of what you've done. Great job. See if we can do one more here. All right, so this is Kivon's UX portfolio. Wait, is this your homepage? Okay, there you go. I was like, you went straight to a case study here. My bad. All right, so this is your first page. I'm a UX UI designer. Utilize my background in graphic design and psychology to think outside of the box and create accessible and intuitive user-centered design. I would just put UX designer in my opinion, only because I talked to some. I know some job listings they put UX UI, and talking to other designers when I was trying to land my first role, they didn't really like that generalization like that, because as UX designer you may do UI, you know what I'm saying. So I'll probably just put UX designer there. I don't think you need to put UI there. Again, so well, I'm showing you this my personal opinion going to your portfolio. Has your case studies here, laid out soon. Laid out well here. Very clean layouts. Okay, I like this. All right, UX UI designer, team of 5, fintech B2C web app that ranks investments based on people's unfiltered perception. Okay, so we got here. StockUp, I'm assuming this is how I pronounce. StockUp is the first and only crowdsourced stock and crypto rating site. Stock prices are determined by supply and demand, and the StockUp rating is the one number that ranks investments based on people's unfiltered perception, which is a true indicator of prices. The problem: StockUp has a mobile application where it's looking to redesign its brand and its desktop web app. Top priority of the company is to gain more users. The current website is fully functional but lacks the appeal and engagement it needs to increase user sign up. The website needed to include all the same features and maintain a responsive design from its desktop to mobile application. The solution our team designed the website's homepage, sign up process, about page, and how it works page to boost user experience and appeal. In addition to creating new designs and implemented new features to make the product more functional, intuitive, and rework provided more information about the company to increase validity and trust. Validity and trust. I wouldn't put me personally. I wouldn't put the solution at the top like that. I'll put the solution at the bottom because a hiring manager or recruiter, they can look at this and think, you skip the whole UX process. You define a problem and you went immediately into a solution. Your research didn't lead you to a solution. In my opinion, I'll put this towards the bottom. The tools you use, cool. Your role, cool. You was the lead designer for this, cool. Your process, yeah, so you're showing your process here. Okay, research user flow, wireframe, style guide. Okay, timeline, cool. Okay, and then you got some screens here. Looks nice. Nice clean designs here. Okay, moving down. I would you have a screenshot up here. I wouldn't. I don't think I would show some screenshots so soon without even showing your process. I think this should be moved further down. Yeah. Discovery, kick off. The client provided our team with documents outlining the top priorities for StockUp's website, the user stories they would like to focus on in its redesign, and overall characteristics of the brand that needed to be incorporated. I scheduled a kickoff call with my team. We've created a schedule to meet each week and got to know each other, discuss our strengths and weaknesses, and assign what each of our roles would be throughout the design. Okay. The research. I assigned each member of our team to create an account for the current website to better evaluate its features and offerings to get a first-hand look at what some of the user pain points were that may prevent users from signing up. Okay, that's good. Okay, you and your team did an audit of the website, like that. After looking at over the current website, we compiled our findings and heuristic evaluation, which can get clear to see what issues were present and how to solve them in the most efficient way. I took an active role and curated questions for our client to get more in-depth understanding of what the product was for their mission statement, and their goals. Doing so will help provide information that will assist the team to more accurately portray the product and connect it with the users. Some takeaways: the company mission statements, information about how the product works, information about the purpose of the product. Cool. Yeah, okay, so you did your evaluation here. You made some key points here. I like that. Great, 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 great. What's this? Oh, cool. Okay. Great job. I like that. Ideation. Using the user stories that the client provided for us to focus on. I worked on user flow 2 while other members of the team created the other user flows. This helped to map out how the screens will function and stay organized. Okay, yeah. Brief asks for the design to focus on four main user stories. As a user, I want to be able to see the main page. As a user, I want to be able to learn more about StockUp. As a user, I want to be able to learn more about how StockUp works. As a user, I want to be able to sign up for an account with StockUp. I wonder, did they provide you any information of the click rates of, I keep reading if I get too much of that. But cool. All right. As a user, I want to be able to see the main page. Okay. Get the user flows here. Okay. Because my thing is, if they're having an issue with signups, because they already have the website up and going, and the first user story here, as a user, I want to be able to see the main page. They wasn't able to see it before. That's my question. as a user, I want to learn more about stock up. I get that. So my thing is, or are these really problems that they already had? Because like I would assume, basic out of basic web design, they will be able to see the main page. They'll be able to go to an about page. They'll be able to go to a page to learn more about it. Now, sign up for an account for StockUp could be an issue, a user flow issue, if that's not like cleanly laid out. But I keep going. Moving on to wireframes. I make sure everyone uses the same wireframe component to keep all our screens cohesive and consistent. Since with a team of 5, I divided the screens for each team member to focus on one screen and provide assistance and critique where necessary. As a lead, I took on the home screen while the other members focused on the about, how I work, and sign up. Yeah, like it would be cool to see the like a screenshot of before and after, because in my mind, I was thinking like these are easy things that should be part of the basic web design. And so like, cause you find a problem up here at the top. You can go back over here to the top here. Yeah, top priority, gain more users. The current website is fully functional. Yeah, so so it's already fully functional. What's wrong with it? But like the appeal and engagement, it needs to increase user sign up. I question if that's the problem. Now was the website that ugly? That was very apparent, or what? But how do you know that's the problem? How was that validated? Okay, you did your own UX audit of the site with you and your team. That's cool. I understand that part. But the user, like when did you talk to the user? Let me keep going. And make sure that the process is staying in constant communication through Figma, via comments, Slack, via messages, and our weekly meetings, screen sharing. Like I feel like almost halfway through your case study, and it's no mention of you talking to the users or potential users. Okay, you got your low fidelity frames, cool. That's a lot here. I don't know. You need to show so many of them. 2 or 3 screens should suffice, in my opinion. Style guide. The team and I collaborated on adding all the necessary information to the style guide. While the team worked on the high fidelity screens, I provided assistance of where needed. I provided assistance where needed and focused on creating the outline for the style guide and add all typography used throughout the design. Okay, so my thing is, once you did a low fidelity, did you test it with the users then? Like, what made y'all go from low fidelity straight to high fidelity? Because usually the purpose of a low fidelity is to get like a quick way of how you think things should be, and then test it to see if it's sufficient to design. And then, but if it's wrong, you didn't waste too much time creating it. You can just go back and do another low fidelity. But if it's right, then you can go into high fidelity. From here, I'm not seeing how you got with the users to confirm this is a good design to go into a high fidelity design. We'll go here. I mean, what you have here looks good. The design looks good. I'm just not sure. When did you talk to the user? Like, like it looks good. UI iterations. For iterations, I design each team member to iterate their own screen based on the about page wireframe as a guideline. So we all have different styles. The goal was to have each team create their own version that followed the brand identity. So professional, simple, and clean. Yeah, I can tell you have a strong visual design eye, which is a big plus. But I just feel like you skip the user, and that's the most important part of this. Keep going. The client loved each design, but in the end decided iteration 3, which the team and I collaborated on together. Okay. See, in my personal opinion, like if you had 3 different designs, right? Then I would test them, like A/B testing with some users that would be interested in a site like this to see which one they like best, not just the client, because the site is for the customer, not the client. High fidelity screens. All right. Each respective team member implemented the changes to the medium fidelity wireframes as necessary to fall in line with iteration 3. I continue work on the homepage, creating variants for logged out and sign-in status, following a color and typography styles from the style guide. The responsive desktop to mobile application also included Microsoft changes from the desktop to the mobile view of the app. Cool, cool, cool. Light screens here. Cool. Mobile layouts. Cool. Prototype. After completing the high fidelity screen, I took the after roll to create a prototype. See how it worked through prototyping, allowed the team to see all our work come together and test the product for usability. This also allowed the team to mock up and showcase the website and show its features for the client. I feel like you should have prototyped the medium fidelity to test it with the user. They test the product for usability. You test it internally or do you test it with the user? Developer handoff. For client approval, we use the measure plugin to provide the measurements for spacing and sizing of the elements within the design for developer handoff. Cool. Reflection. Working as lead designer on the project pushed me to step outside my normal design process while taking the initiative and being proactive in my design. It required me to learn more about stocks, which I didn't know more about. In order to effectively design the website, it required me to take leadership and be resourceful to find information. Instead of relying on just the basic principles and what I already knew, my initial goal going in was to create a great design that exceeded the client expectations and improved the user experience. Keep mentioning the user experience, but not once did you mention the user. Your design looks good, Kevon. You're a great designer. Like, this looks good. Like, without me really going into detail, this is a nice, clean design. You know how to make things look good. No doubt about it. But throughout this whole case study, he didn't show anything about actually talking to the user, only the client. And I understand what satisfies the client, but to really satisfy the client is increase user sign up. And then even here, back to your main problem here, at all that you've shown, how did you validate that it leads to the better appeal and engagement to increase the user sign up? Out of all the work you've done here, where was it validated? Because it seemed like you just did a redesign, the client liked it, and you handed it out to the developer. It wasn't tested at all. Now, if you did do these things, you need to add everything in your case study because, first glance here, I don't see it. All right, we do one more case study for you. Sports Link, I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. B2C website that reduces the cost of college athletic recruitment and give athletes control of their image and brand. Sports Link is an app that reduces the cost of college athletic recruitment and get athletes to control the image and brand. The mission is to connect athletes, coaches, and fans on a platform people with a passion for sports can share their story. The reason I'm sounding kind of confused here because here it's saying, okay, this app is for college athletic recruitment recruiters and also for the athletes as well. But I'm gonna keep going down. SportLink is looking for a redesign of its website, which informs and guides the users to download its mobile app. As of now, the website is very minimum and text heavy. The goal would be to create an attractive website that captures interest, generate leads, and impresses investors. A redesign and informs and guides the users to download its mobile app. I'm assuming the problem is they're not downloading the app. If that's a problem, or I guess that's one of the problems. But you also want to create an attractive website that captures interest, generate leads, and impresses investors. Solution: our team redesigned the home about and blog pages along with adding new features such as the chat function and CTAs, leading to the chat, which is CTAs call to action, leading to the app store so it's apparent to the user what to do next. This ensured it was more intuitive and made sure the product was attractive and had the information necessary to become user interest and incentivize them to engage and download the mobile app. Okay. The tools here: Figma, Illustrator, Slack, Google. Your role, your process here. Research, I'll be looking for it. User flows, wireframe style guide, finding why. Prototype, 6 weeks. Okay. Once again, I'll show the research first, then your design. But your design looks good. But from what you're stating here in the problem, it don't need to be a fancy website. The website is only you only need the website to lead users to the app. So to me, you don't need a thorough website, from my understanding of your problem here. So from what I'm gathering, that you're not supposed to do much on the website. Everything's supposed to be done through the app. This is the kickoff. Our team received a project with documents regarding the top priorities for the Sport Lease website for the client. Clearly outline the user stories they would like to focus on, and the redesign overall characteristics of the brand needed to be incorporated. Shortly after receiving the brief and other documents pertaining to the project, our team had our first meeting, get to know each other, go to scope, and decide what our roles will be. Research, okay. All right, each member of the team was tasked with familiarizing themselves with the documents provided. In addition to the documents, I also took the time to conduct a comparative analysis of other sports and social media websites such as Nike, Under Armour, and Instagram to get a better understanding of established designs and styles for each. These helped me form ideas for designs, help me form ideas of the direction my design should head and to provide an experience that's familiar, intuitive, and easy to understand. You said a competitive analysis. When you say competitive analysis, I'm assuming these are companies. You comparing sport links to companies that are doing something very similar. Nike, Under Armour, and Instagram, to me, are not competitors for sports links because they're not doing what sport links are doing, from my understanding. Nike and Under Armour is selling apparel, shoes and apparel, and Instagram is a social media site to post photos. I don't think that's a fair comparative analysis to what SportsLink is doing. Because SportsLink is trying to, which is defined here at the top, reduce the cost of college athletic recruitment and give athletes the control of their brand and of the image and brand. Nike, Under Armour, and Instagram are not trying to accomplish these things through their website, to my understanding. Comparative analysis takeaways. All utilize large, bold text statements. Websites rely more on large active sports and overlaying imagery to capture attention. Images is used heavily throughout the replacing paragraphs and long text. So there's nothing wrong with going to Nike, Under Armour, and Instagram for design inspiration once you get to that point. But to me, this is not a comparative analysis. Ideation, user flows. We were given 4 main user stories to focus on. As a user, I want to be able to see the main page. I just feel like you already have a website that's already given. That's what's the problem with that? As a user, I want to be able to learn more about SportLink and its mission. Again, if this is already a fully functional website, it already has that. As a user, I want to be able to contact SportsLink through a chat or form. As a user, I want to be able to read blog and content from the sports talk community. Now you have you have a conflict of interest because, again, back to your problem you said at the top here. SportLink is the app reducing the cost of college athletic recruitment and give athletes control of their image and brand. So from my understanding, they have a website and you want people they go to the website, you want to lead them to the app. I don't feel like you're doing that here. Moving back down because this go to me the blog should be on the app. You try to keep them on. Try and keep them on the website. Contact Sports Link to a chat or forum. Again, I would assume if the goal is to get people to use the app more, this should be on the app, not the website. Because you want to funnel them to the app. You just want them to see the main page of the website. Like, hey, welcome to Sports Link. To get the full experience of Sports Link, you need to download the app. Click here to download the app. To me, that's the all. To me, the website just should be basically a landing page with maybe a about page to it, and that's it. Because you want to just keep leading them to the app. Because what you say in the beginning is to lead them to the app. Using the user stories provided, I created a user flow for the about page. While the other members who worked on user flows for the other pages to map out the process for each page and how to accomplish each task. Okay, it's nice and clean laid out, but to me, this should already be a given. Wireframes. User flows for each team member moves and creating medium fidelity wireframe based on respective user flow. Okay. Following the completion of wireframes, our team collaborated on the gathering imagery that matched the sport leader brand and personality and attributes of athletic, professional, and hip. In addition to imagery, our team chose colors and some UI inspiration that we felt highlight the overall feel the client was looking for and create a design that was modern, edgy, and appealing to users. Cool. So you mentioned your mood board. It's funny I just mentioned that earlier about having inspiration, and that's fine. You're still not showing how you solved the problem here. I'm going to keep going down. Design system. To ensure consistency, throughout the design, make sure we're all following the same guidelines. We create a style guide. Cool. You have very strong visual design skills. I definitely give you that because not all your designers have that skill. You do. That's a big plus. All right, created 3 different iterations of styling for the client to choose from. Okay. Why did they choose it? I did A/B testing with some users. You didn't do that. You went right back to the client. Because here's the thing. The client, you said the client's problem is they want people to download the app more. They want the website to download the app more. So what would be a better way to convincing? So no matter how many iterations you have, once you made those iterations, the next step to me, it should have been you should do some A/B testing or some user testing, right? And let the user decide which one is best. So like say for example that the client like, well, I really like iteration 1, but the user said I really like 2. Well, guess what? If the user really like 2, the client gonna like 2 too because 2 is getting giving them the results the results that they want. You didn't do that. You didn't talk to the user at all. We went back to the client. And then and after approved, you went to high fidelity. And then you went to handoff. Yeah, Kevon, I will go back through this case study. Because nowhere we went through this whole case study and you didn't show how you solved the problem. You did a now if you want to restructure this case study as a simple website redesign, that's fine. Cause that sounds like to me that basically what you did. You did a website redesign, and if that's the case, I would have some before and after pictures of how it looked before and what the new design is and how you still had to really define a problem and how you solved it. Because here you didn't show me anything. It just showed this is an app to reduce the cost of college athletic recruitment and give athletes the control of their brand and image. Just my personal opinion, Kevon. I just feel like this whole case study is very scattered. It's not consistent in any way. And then, like say, you see research here, but at no point here you interact with users with somebody who would need this type of service. And to me, it should be a lot of research because you're catering to two different type of audiences. People who probably work in athletics for colleges and college athletes. And he didn't show research for either order of these people. He didn't even define who they are. It'd be cool to even see the persona of that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll work on that. Yeah. I'll go to about. Cool picture, like a picture you have here. All right. Affinity for visual composition. Yes, I can tell. You have a very strong visual design eye. I definitely do. Our pro amateur guitarist. Okay. Perfecting organized chaos and simulating impossible solutions. I like this. Okay. Born and raised in Atlanta. All right. A real Atlanta native. All right. That's what's up. I started out with video production and later moved to graphic design. Yeah, I can like say the design shows that. We'll look for a change outside advertising and manipulating images. I was having a love for design, technology, and solving problems. UX design allowed me the opportunity to combine them all in a way that's helpful and meaningful, not only to me but others. While I'm not at my computer, you can mostly find me playing guitar loud enough for everyone to hear, riding my bike in the fast lane, and seeing how fast my kid can run in his new shoes. Cool. Interesting. Connect with me, send me a message. I like your bio. I like your picture. Kudos. Sort of personality here, and come off a really cool guy. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, LinkedIn, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just definitely think about what you really want to do as a designer. Because it seems like I can tell you have a passion for visual design. If that's the case, I will redo my case studies in the form of pushing your UI skills, which is very needed. Like they give you advantage over a lot of junior designers because you coming in showing that you have great design skills. I would showcase that, but again, this is not typically like you know how it is. You used to be a graphic designer. Graphic designer, you just make stuff look pretty. But now you're a designer now, and you as a designer, you solving problems. You solving pain points. And from the two case studies we went through, you didn't really show you solving any problems, but you did show how well things look. So I would definitely like reshape that somehow, right? So, but yeah, uh, Kirsten, Kevon, great job, man. Yeah, this is longer than I thought. Do these reviews. Yeah, I hope you got some great insights from what I gave you from going through your UX portfolios. You have any additional questions or want additional feedback? Just reach out to me like you did before on LinkedIn. I had no problem helping you out. If you have any additional questions, 'cause I know this kind of went through your portfolio. Um, but great job to both of you. They both look good. They both are readable. This work on just telling your story and really showing the process and showing your work of how you're actually solving these problems. To everyone else, like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate y'all for watching this, and hopefully I can do this. Well, I have 4 more reviews to do in the future already lined up. But if you are a UX designer and you'd like me to review your portfolio, just connect with me on LinkedIn. You know, like I say, you can find me under Chris UX. Shoot me a message, shoot me a link to your portfolio. I added to the queue, and I get to it. All right. Thank y'all so much, and have a good one.